Welcome back to Spend Too Much Diecast. What is going on, crew? Welcome back to the channel. To all my returning crew members, if you are new here, welcome to Spend Too Much Diecast. We do tons of different unboxings here on the channel. Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Jada, Fast and the Furious, Fan Home, Pink Slips, Marvel, full cases, full collections, all that good stuff. Alrighty guys, what do we have in front of us today? Oh, how many different versions has Jada made of Spider-Man and Miles Morales? I had to throw him in there just to keep it with it, but oh my goodness, I had not realized how many different versions of Spider-Man vehicles were made by Jada. So today we're doing a huge unboxing here on Spider-Man vehicles and characters. We have 1/32, 1/24 figures and all that good stuff. So we have already unboxed two vehicles already. We unboxed the semi truck and we unboxed this one here. So we'll just kind of go over it a little bit in the video, but if you want to go check those out, you can. Otherwise, here are all the Spider-Mans that we have to date. So I don't even know what to get started on this. I think what I'm going to do is get everything unboxed, and then we'll just go one by one and take a look at them, see what it's all about, and go from there. So this will take me a minute. For you, it'll be less than a second. But let's go ahead, get all this stuff unboxed, and then we'll come back and take a closer look at it. Alrighty, crew, and we got everything unboxed and opened. There it all is on the table. So we're gonna be starting this Spider-Man Palooza here, put out by Jada Toys. 1/24 and 1/32 scales. All right, so before we get started with this huge unboxing, I do just want to say, as usual, thank you to all the crew members out there. That are the people who have hit the subscribe button, anybody that comments, likes, follows us on our social media. Thank you to all our crew members. It is because of you guys we are doing this channel. We're almost at 9,000 crew members, 9,000 subscribers, which is awesome. I do appreciate that. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to pay anything. All you need to do is go down below, hit the subscribe button, join the crew, hit the bell notification, give this video a thumbs up, all that good stuff. That does help out our channel and the algorithm on YouTube. And that is how we get crew members. We also have social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. Follow us on those other ones, and we're going to get right into this unboxing. All right, so I will put chapters at the bottom in the description. So if you guys want to look at a certain one, and my stand is not working. So if you guys want to see a certain car or go back and review it, there will be chapters down there. That way you don't have to watch this whole video. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'll try to keep it under a half an hour, but this is a massive unboxing. So we're going to start with the 1/32 here up front. I will kind of explain stuff. We'll go over item numbers, and then we'll go through the 1/24 in the back. So what we're going to do here is just get everything slid over, because otherwise I think the camera is going to be focusing on all the Spider-Mans that are out here. Like, which one is the real one? So if you guys are a Spider-Man fan, this would definitely be the video. If you guys are into Marvel, Jada does make a lot of Marvel castings with figures and all that. We do have some on the channel, so definitely go check out that playlist as well. It'll be under the Marvel JDM, no, sorry, Jada Marvel album, and you can see all the ones we have done there. All right, so I think we're gonna go start off with the 1/32 first, and then we'll work on the 1/24. We'll go ahead and start it off with Miles Morales, just because there's only one of them. So we do have, so basically the way Jada sells these is some vehicles they sell vehicle only, others they sell with vehicles and figures. This is a DC, but just to show you, this is all figures that they sell under their Nano metal figs. So if the vehicle is sold without a figure, I go ahead and buy the figure so I can kind of match up a figure with a vehicle, because I think that's pretty cool. I started doing that, and then Jada started selling the 1/32 with figures as well. So we're going to go ahead and start off with Miles Morales. So we have a vehicle item number of 31743, scale 1/32. This is a 65 Shelby Cobra 427 SC is the vehicle. And then we have Kid Arachnid, which is Miles Morales's Alice, what is it? His alias's name. So this is the closest to Miles Morales on a small figure. I don't think they actually have one with Miles Morales as the name. But this item number is 98980. So that's pretty cool. It does go match up the vehicle pretty nicely. So that's why we're going to do it. So we'll start off with the figure first. Has him in a nice crouching position. This is a full diecast figure with the paint job on here. So it does look pretty cool. It's kind of got some pearl in it. It's got the red graphics on him and all that good stuff. All right, so that's the figure we got with it. This is the vehicle. Let's go ahead and take a look at the vehicle. So we have a plastic base as usual. Then up here we have the front grille being all plastic. We have clear headlights for the housing. Then you do have his spider web with the logo on the hood, which is pretty cool. Of course, these are 1/32, so nothing like that opens. Going along to the side, they put these black out wheels on them, which are plastic. We have the exhaust coming out the side, which is also plastic. Again, you have his logo and the stripe, which, like I said, does fit the figure pretty cool, because there's the logo and there's the stripe. So they do match it pretty good. Interior is just all plastic. No detail, no gauges, nothing like that. This part here is plastic as well. Going along to the back, we have the bumper being plastic. We get some red for the taillights. We have the Marvel license plate, which is pretty cool. And then here are your passenger side. Again, these do have just the opening doors. So that one is pretty cool. So that one is nice. And then also, if you want, make sure you do check out our Facebook page. There will be a picture album on every single car we unbox here. And that does have item numbers and all that good stuff. So you can always check that out, so you don't have to come back and watch the video if you want item numbers to try to find these on your own. All right, next up we have is the Ford GT. This one is item number 30291, scale 1/32, 2017 Ford GT, which is pretty cool. Again, this one was sold with just the vehicle, so I did go ahead and pick up some Spider-Man figures. There are different versions of the Spider-Man figures. There's one in a crouching position. There's one with him kind of standing up. There was also this one here, which went with that one, which was the prototype suit. And I was even able to find this one here, which is Peter Parker, basically Spider-Man unmasked. And they do have other versions as well. I did pick up this one, but I'd figured not to use it in the video, but I will show you. They do have some other ones, like this one here is Armored Spider-Man. So you can basically use any of these figures for these cars if you really wanted to. So basically the way I have it is I'm going to put that one over there, and I'm going to use, I think we'll use this guy with him, and then we'll use this guy for that car, but it really doesn't matter. All right, so this Nano fig is 98949, and this is just saying it is Spider-Man. Again, all metal figure, has his nice red and blue suit. His spider on his chest is black. So that is pretty cool. I think there's also some other Spider-Man versions that I don't have. So if you like to collect Spider-Man versions like this, there are a lot of the Nano figs, of that Nano metal figs, I believe is what it is called. All right, let's go into the vehicle. Like I said, we already did the item number. This is the Ford GT. You have a plastic base, plastic grille, Ford logo. Inserts here are plastic clear headlights. Going along to the side, you kind of have his graphics. And then you have his logo here. Also, they did do the 1/24th version of that, which we will get to. And then I guess at the end of the video, if we want, we can do a comparison. And then going along to the back here, you have the Marvel license plate again. Plastic back here. There is the motor there. You can see it through the glass. And then the passenger side, this is plastic, part of the base. And the one thing I don't like doing is opening these doors on the 1/32, because if you guys remember back in the day when we opened the who was it, Dr. Strange, I actually broke the door. So we'll just open it a little bit so you guys can kind of peek in there. It is just all black plastic, nothing special. And same with the other side. Like I said, this doesn't even open that much. And last time I tried to force it up, the door snapped off. And I don't have a second one of these, so we're not going to do that much in this video. All right, so that was the second version of the 1/32. Alrighty, next up, we are going to do this one. Like I said, we already did the unboxing on this one, but since we're here for all the other Spider-Mans, we might as well do it. And this one was actually sold together. You got the figure and the vehicle together, so you didn't have to buy it separately. So I guess we'll start off with the item number of this one. 99241. This one is the proto suit Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. You have it with almost looks like he's wearing a sweatshirt with a gold logo, gold eyes, and then the blue and the red for the color. So overall pretty cool, especially all the different versions of Spider-Man you can get. Alrighty, item number 32117, scale 1/32, 1941 Ford pickup. So what we have on this, going old school, which is kind of cool. Plastic base, plastic bumper, plastic grille, all that good stuff. Clear lenses for the headlights. Going along to the side, you have the black steely wheels. You have the gold Spider-Man logo down there, the web on the door. Again, same two-tone red and blue for the paint job. There is your interior, nothing special, just all black. And as usual on the 1/32, none of the door jambs get painted. So better off just keeping it closed. Mine did have a blemish there in the paint back there. The bed is just plastic. You have the rear window back there. Going along to the back, the bumper is plastic. Do have the Ford logo. No license plate, anything like that. Here is your passenger side. In there like that. So there is that one with the figure. Alrighty. Then the last one up for the 1/32 is going to be this one. They did change the red a little bit. So like I said, we're going to go with the squatting version of Spider-Man. And just for reference, these are not all new castings. So I think the miles in the Ford GT, those were released all the way back in 2019. This one was like 2020, and this is a brand new casting from this year. So this one is a new casting, just hit stores. So it's not like I bought these all this year. I've been sitting on these since all the way back in 2019. So we have a nice collection here. Figured we'd go ahead and open it up. Alrighty, so this item number, we're going to do 3422. Again, they're just saying it is a generic Spider-Man. Black logo on his chest, the blue and red for his outfit. And they don't sell anything with like the lighter red. I don't know why they went with the lighter red on this one rather than the darker red, how they have been doing. And again, this car is sold just as it is, and we're just adding the metal fig to it to make it kind of look cool. So they just got their Porsche license back, so I think that's why they've been releasing a lot of these Porsche castings. All right, item number 36068, scale 1/32. They're saying this one is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS in the Spider-Man deco, which is pretty cool. So up front here, everything is die-cast. You have the Spider-Man logo on the hood, the Porsche logo, clear housing headlights. Then they're giving it these crazy gold wheels with the Spider logo there, and then the Spider-Man head on the door and the quarter. Ooh, this one does have side mirrors. So open this one up. Oh, we do got some actually better paint for the door jambs on this one. Oh, they actually paint all the door jambs. But there's your interior. Again, nothing special. It is just all plastic. There is your rear wheel with, looks like a little piece of glue or something gold on it. To the back, that is cool with the Marvel license plate, the GT3 RS. You do have some paint back there. They gave us chrome exhaust mufflers. Spoiler is plastic, painted the same red though, which is nice. And then here is your graphic on the passenger side. And with these, you got to make sure your door lines up or else it could throw off your graphic. So this one actually does pretty decently with that. And there is your passenger side. All right, so that is all the 1/32 that I'm aware of. If you guys know of any ones that I don't have here that I might have missed, please let me know because I am trying to collect them all. All right, so we're going to start with this one here first. Like I said, we have unboxed it already. I think it was with a Spider-Man versus Hulk semi-truck. And they are considering this as a 1/32 scale. Or sorry, they're considering this a 1/24 scale. But honestly, I would actually consider it a 1/32 scale. Because if you look at size comparison, that's probably the same comparison to a semi rather than this to a semi. This kind of looks a lot bigger than that. I can definitely see it being a 1/32 possibly, but they are considering it a 1/24, so we'll leave it at that. But I thought it was kind of cool to have this guy here because I think he fits the car a lot better than one of the bigger ones. But it doesn't matter. You can use either one. This one did not come with a figure, so I mean, we can use a figure from the other 1/24th, but I thought it was kind of cool to have that. Like, that kind of looks almost the same scale. If not, again, you can put these with any one of those. But this one is 33933. This one is Peter Parker. So basically Spider-Man unmasked, which is pretty cool. I thought that was cool for the collection. So if you want to get this, I think they sell it in a 20-pack. I was able to buy some of these loose. So starting it off with this one, like I said, we already did unbox this one, so we're going to go buy this one kind of quickly. Item number 35408, scale 1/24th, the Western Star. Everything on the base is plastic. Going to the front here, you have this huge front chrome grille, the Western Star logo. And even though this is a 1/24th, nothing opens but the doors. But you do have like these spider graphic that goes from the hood up to the top here, we have the visor here being chrome. Some chrome accents on the side. Side mirrors are hard plastic. You have the Spider-Man logo. And like I said, that spider goes throughout the sleeper. Take a look at the inside. They went all blue for the graphics. They painted the door handle. You have a chrome handle there. This would be the sleeper. That's all red. And then all the stuff down here is plastic and chrome with the Spider-Man logo on the, I think those are either fuel tanks or air tanks, depending on how they have this one set up. And it's, of course, got the dual wheels in the back. There's the Western Star logo again. Everything up here is plastic. The fifth wheel is plastic. The bulkhead back here is plastic. The fenders are die-cast though, otherwise this whole part back here is plastic, which makes it very front heavy. So the front of this vehicle is very heavy and then the back is very light. There are some lights and chrome in the back. No trailer this comes with, it's just the vehicle. It would be cool if they actually made a trailer with it. But there's your passenger side being exactly the same. And again, there is the inside look to that one. And like I said, there's no motor in here. The front end doesn't open, nothing like that, because this hood would actually flip backwards. All right, so there is the 1/24th of the Semi. All right, then, like I said before, we'll go ahead and do Miles Morales first, just because we only have one of them, and then we'll do the 3 Spider-Mans, and then that'll be the video. Alrighty, so this one is going to be a little different. So this one should have a box item number, and then vehicle and all that. So this box number is saying 31190, and again, I think you can see, yeah, this one's from 2020. So that is your box item number. The figure sometimes has an item number, sometimes not. This one does. Oh, it is so small. 31192. And he sits pretty well. Otherwise, it does come with the base, but I don't think you need it for this one. Again, this one is all die cast. Sometimes you do have plastic hands and all, but this one is solid die cast. The black with the red fingertips. There is the red and black logo. His webbing on his head. The silver eyes. So pretty cool to go with the vehicle. Alrighty, now the vehicle. Item number 31191, scale 1/24th, 2017 Ford GT. So if you can kind of see a little bit of they did a Miles Morales in a GT, and they did a Spider-Man in the Ford GT. So they kind of kept it like that. All right, take a look at the front end. Everything is plastic. You do have the Ford logo, and basically the paint job on the vehicle kind of fits his outfit. There's the black with the red web. There's his logo on the roof, which is pretty cool. Those in here are plastic. Of course, this is the trunk, so you can open that. Have that little part that opens up. And I don't know why, but these wheels have like a weird like dusting on them. That's how they were in the box. So I think I have to wipe them down, and then they'll become the darker black. I don't know why they're like that. But two-tone wheels with the black and red, calipers and rotors back there. All this down here is plastic. You do have the logo again on the door. The rubbery style side mirrors. Again, these Ford GT doors, oh, they just scare me every time I open them. But there's the interior, nothing special, just has the gauges back there. No color accent or anything like that. I hate closing these. Leave it closed. There's your back. Of course, there's the motor. Nothing back here opens. You do have the back end here, plastic for the bumper with the Marvel logo again, which is pretty cool. And the cool thing about the 124th is the spoiler does pop up. And it's got the GT logo there. So you can either have the spoiler up like that, or you can push it down and have it down. And there is your passenger side. Oh, you can kind of see it has like a screen too for the radio. Oh, this always scares me. All right. And only one little chip on it, so not bad. Like I said, this was back from 2020. Alrighty. Then I think we'll go ahead and just do the Spider-Man. We'll do the Spider-Man Ford GT right away. Let's see, the box number on this one is... Box number is 99725 is going to be that one. And we have a figure, item number as 30083. And this is the figure they gave us with the pose. Again, he stands pretty good, almost like he's gonna be lunging forward. If not, like I said, it does come with a stand. Has his red boots, blue pants. There's his logo on his chest in black. Otherwise, his rest of his body is blue and red with the white eyes. All right, and then here's the Ford GT. Item number 30079, 124th, 2017 Ford GT. And again, same year, they had the same dusting on them. I don't know what they did with their rubber on this year to make it like that. But this should be exactly the same casting. It's just going to be a different paint job. So you can see you have the web in the front, a little bit different. Do have some black around the headlight. This one has a logo on the top of the roof that says Protect New York. Protector. Oh, it says Protector of New York. Protector of New York with his logo. That's kind of cool. So there is the same kind of wheels, just being all black on this one. There's the Spider-Man logo back there. Same interior, nothing different on this one either. Same Marvel logo, same GT logo, just the different paint job. And again, the spoiler does go up or down depending on how you want to keep it. There it is in there as well. And yes, the frunk does open. And of course, the motor is just back there. And like I said, we did kind of have the comparison of the two here like they usually did back in the day. Actually, it all looks like about the same paint job. You just don't have the logo on the hood. Otherwise, the other difference too is they just put the webbing on the door rather than the whole thing here in the front. But other than that, like the paint scheme is exactly the same. Same wheels and everything. So not too bad with that one. All right. We have two more to go, guys. So the video is almost over. All right, we're gonna do the Buggy next because that's how it was released. The Mclaren is actually the newest release, so we'll do that one last. This one's actually kind of cool. This one we have a item number for the box 33729. And this one's saying 2023 release. So this one was released 2 years ago. And this Spider-Man, we have item number 34081. Again, in his like crouching attack position, which is pretty cool. This one's not as metallic-y, I'll say, as the other one. It's more of like a flat, it's still gloss paint, but it's more flat compared to like the chrome kind of paint job, which is pretty cool. So red boots, blue pants, red and blue top, spider on the back, black one on the front, and then the eyes. So that is pretty cool with that one. Alrighty, and now we got this little buggy, which is kind of cool. Item number 34080, scale 1/24th, and it is the Spider-Man Buggy, which looks awesome. Kind of a cool design. So we have a full die-cast body. It does have the webbing again on the red part. It does have blue, and it does match the color of him pretty good. You have these yellow headlights, which are really nice. Nothing like that opens. You have chrome for the front window, and the cool thing about the front window is it does fold down, kind of like the old school Jeeps did. So that's pretty cool if you want to have the glass down or glass up. You do have the chrome rims with the Spider-Man logo, the Spider-Man face in them, which is really cool. Interior, we got white seats. We do have gauges back there. We have a chrome roll cage. You have the motor in the back, which is all chrome, which is pretty cool. And then your passenger side. So that's actually an easy unboxing. There's not much to that, but still pretty cool. I think this is more from the comics than like the actual show. And there you go. Spider-Man can drive it like that. But pretty cool, especially if you're a Spider-Man fan. I know those buggies are nice. All right, and here is the last one of the video. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching all these. If you guys are Marvel fans, I know you're enjoying it. All right, this is the McLaren item number 35764, and this was the newest release of Spider-Man. This one is actually from last year, 2024. So you can see these ranged from 2019, 2020, 23, 24, all that good stuff. And it is exactly the same figure that was in the buggy. They reused the figure for the McLaren. So nothing is different. Item number is the same and everything. So we won't go over the figure again. So you will get two figures when you buy the McLaren. But the McLaren does look pretty cool. Item number 35764, scale 1/24th, McLaren 720S. Of course, we have seen the McLaren a lot. We've seen them in Fast and Furious, Hyperspec, all that good stuff. But here it is in the Spider-Man deco. So all this up here is plastic. You do have the Marvel license plate on there, which is really cool. Again, plastic around the lights. You do have the red graphics with the spider web in it again, and his logo on the front hood. And of course, this is a rear motor, so does the frunk open? It does, and there is nothing in there, but that gets that out of the picture. All right, now we're going to the wheels. We got black wheels. This one they did put blue calipers with McLaren on them, which is pretty cool. There is the 720 logo, S on the side. There is the Spider-Man logo that's usually on his back. There is the two-toned paint. We have black and red side mirrors, which are plastic. And I know these doors open weirdly too. Ooh. All right, not too bad. This one's a right-hand drive, so here's your passenger side. Nothing special on that. Close it nice and softly. There we go. Same thing on the back with the McLaren on the caliper. Going all the way to the back, a lot of plastic back here. The Marvel logo again on the license plate, McLaren, all that insert there is plastic. The cool thing too with the McLaren is the spoiler. It does pop up. It doesn't stay all the way, but you can get it. So the McLaren spoiler is up or down, however it sits. And again, the motor is supposed to be here in the back. You can't really see anything. It's just all plastic. This is all plastic. This is die-cast. Otherwise, that's plastic. All right, now your driver's side is going to be exactly the same. Take a look at the interior on that. That actually opened a little bit nicer. You have the gauges, no two-tone interior, nothing like that. And of course, those windows look crazy, how they wrap all the way around. And then you kind of have like the T-top. But there it is, guys. There is the unboxing of 4 1/32, 5 1/24 figures, characters, all that good stuff. So I know this was a longer unboxing, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, especially if you're Spider-Man fans, Marvel fans, Jada fans. This is for you guys out there. Definitely give it a share to your other friends, collectors. If there's any ones that I missed, please let me know. Only thing I don't really care about are like RC cars or anything like that. I don't collect those. But if I did miss any diecast 1/32 or 1/24, let me know. Same with figures. I know they make a lot of figures out there. I'm more worried about the vehicles that I might have missed. But thank you for watching all this. I do appreciate it. This was a crazy unboxing here at Spend Too Much Diecast. But we will be putting more of these up for you guys. So definitely stick around and come back to watch more. But thank you for watching this, and we'll see everybody on the next one. Bye.